We are live here on YouTube. My name is Rich Lieberman as I try to meander this light in a. Okay, we're good now. So I've talked a lot about KQED. I've given you more information and more of my opinion. And I know a lot of you agree with me about this. Some of you are indifferent, don't give a damn one way or the other. I do know this. And by the way, we're live on YouTube. And I am Rich Lieberman. This is part of my Media Pulse. It's a Thursday. Those of you watching live, welcome. Those of you watching later on, it's okay. I appreciate you viewing. I appreciate your input, all of you. This is a subject that I've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. I've talked about the fact that KQED seems to be a financial mega island. They have no accountability externally or even internally, obviously. Nobody covers what is taking place at KQED. And I'm talking, where is all the money going, as I've asked? And those of you who have inquired to me, asked me to put this situation all in alignment, which I've done. And I agree with you. I agree with thousands of you who have asked aloud, what the hell is going on at KQED? Just not that while, long time ago. I was talking to somebody and I was saying, where is their product? They don't have a news show. They don't hardly do any more documentaries. They take a lot of their shows, their programming from PBS in Washington. They get massive subsidies from the government. They get grant money. They get endowment money. They get donations up the yin yang via all their pledge breaks. And I selfishly, at first, I said to myself, well, here I am. And yes, I'm going to inject myself into all of this to give you an example why sometimes you see kind of a pissed off Rich Lieberman. They have these pledge breaks. They ask for and apparently are very lucrative endeavors, millions upon millions and millions and millions of dollars that people just gladly give them. Berkeley people, Marin people, people on the peninsula give them massive amounts of money. And where does that money go? Do they use it to, God forbid, put out a local nightly newscast? No. Do they do any more documentaries? No. What does KQED do? They have that restaurant show, which most of the time lately are reruns. Where does the money go? And I said to myself, and I'm going to be again repeating myself, but you'll get my angst. People gladly give them 25 bucks, 50 bucks, $100 more. I call it the Bay Area Wine and Cheese Club Society. I am struggling to make it at this little outpost here. I have begged, borrowed, and pleaded, stolen, no, begged, borrowed for $5, for $20, so I can continue to give you live content. I have I've given you more live content on this little outpost than KQED has in probably 5 years. And yet I don't get these donations. I don't do 27 or so pledge breaks every day. I don't get scrutinized by whatever the Chronicle is these days or any of the local television stations. I have said the other day, is there any media outlet here that has the wherewithal, would have the right to know, I think, to go look at KQED? And I'm not talking about their books Although, God forbid, they are a public agency, are they not? A public television station. Shouldn't they be held accountable, literally and figuratively? I said to myself, and then I said to a friend, I have one of those. If the people that gave, just use a loose figure, $50 to KQED, if I had $5 of that 50 and $10 or 10 or 20, but let's just say 5, upon the thousands of people who give money to KQED, I'd be happier than a pig in poo. Here I am struggling, and you're damn right I'm going to toot my own horn because apparently few of you have asked me to bitch and moan about KQED. And I say that sarcastically, ladies and gentlemen, but I agree with you. I have talked about KQED and their financial largesse and about the sad fact that the Chronicle does not talk about KQED. They've had a couple of articles with regards to layoffs. We'll give them that. How fantastic, how heroic. Yet they don't do series on KQED. They don't ask questions. Where is all the money going? All this financial mystery. Apparently, these managers taking all this money. Where do they spend it? What do they do with it? Have more wine and cheese? What do they do with the equipment at that beautiful building that's not very old that they moved into, KQED? And all these tapestries that they have on the wall, and all their beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous couches and furniture. Think about that for a sec. Yet nobody brings it up. I wonder if they have connections. Does Hearst Corporation, which owns the Chronicle, and KQED, similar kind of an audience? Maybe they don't want to rock the boat. Maybe they're all comfortable. You know, and the people who have written to me that work there at KQED, I hear you. I do all my best. I don't talk about it as much as I should, not because it's not sexy. It's just the fact that I am trying, and I'm not comparing myself in terms of the actual comparison. What I'm trying to say is you want to laugh, you want to talk about irony, fact that I put out what I regard as sometimes scrutiny myself about, in this instance, what the hell is taking place. And yet these big behemoth, these local media giants like the Chronicle, still, even in their marginalized situation as they are, they don't do any investigative reporting. They should. And there are people out there who have sent me letters, emails, and comments. Somebody went as far as to publish all the financials on KQED. And folks, there is a strong, very small, but a strong amount of folks who see this, who work at KQED behind the scenes and are royally pissed off. Yes, there needs to be an investigation. There needs to be accountability. There needs to be an audit, really. Where's the money going? But speaking of money, and this is going to be about Rich again, give me the $5 of the 50 that you wine and cheese folks, or some of you, and I'm not being sarcastic, I'm a little pissed off that you give to KQED. Give it to me. I'll go after them if I haven't already. And I'll get traction because I know a lot of you people that read me and watch me, maybe more read me in the past, watch me now, understand that there's a big issue that's taking place and nobody is covering it other than moi, Rich. And I hope to shine a light. A negative light, so be it. They need to be investigated. When's the last time you saw a locally produced, other than Check Please, show at a KQED? And don't give me some NIMBY. We don't even see, remember the KQED auction That used to be part of 1970s and early 1980s lore. It was such a novelty. Group big phone bank, people taking, calls from people giving money to KQED, one of their biggest fundraisers, the auction. What happened to that? What is the deal with these massive, massive millions of dollars that they get every year from membership drives, from people who once believed, hey, we're giving it to KQED. I'm sure it's going to a good cause. Where is it going? Where is the money going? I keep asking that. And look, I used to be a member of KQED. In my better days, I didn't give a lot of money, but I made it. I'm no longer a member. And I watch Channel 9 every now and then, but I don't see any local programming. Masterpiece Theater, the Nova series. They used to have a really good Sunday a talk show. But most of these shows, folks, they're not mostly all. They come from national. They don't have any local shows. I mentioned a few weeks back, where's KQED when we have the fireworks on the 4th of July, for example? Where are they when we have these local programs or street fairs? Or where's the documentaries? What happened to that? They don't do anything. And yet they reap all these financial rewards. Where is it going? Could it be going to managers? Drive around the KQED facility where they have their headquarters. There's Mercedes and big SUVs. Geez, I wonder who drives those. It is an outrage. It is. You know what you could do among starters? Find out. Email KQED themselves. Call the Chronicle. Where are you, San Francisco Chronicle? Right in your backyard. Right in their backyard is KQED. Do they send reporters over to find out what the hell is going on? And one last thing, and again, it's personal. You're damn right it is. If you make donations to Channel 9, KQED, save your money. Give me that money. Give me a portion of it. Give me a quarter of it so I can not thrive. I am barely making it to where I can pay my bills, the electronic bills, the cell phones, the high-speed internet, the equipment maintenance. So if you want to lampoon me, belittle me for begging for money, what the hell are you going to say about KQED? Do they beg? Yeah. Every day, 27 goddamn times. I'm damn right. You're damn right. I'm angry. Because it is, to me, the epitome of asininity. Good rhyme. That here I am. And yeah, I'm making a fuss. You would too, if you were a normal person. Now, slightly off tongue-in-cheekville. Look, there needs to be something done. There needs to be something done. These folks, this one big public entity, public television station in San Francisco that apparently can do as it pleases, that apparently can get and reap financial, humongous amounts of money that nobody knows where the hell is going. People said, well, why don't you get specific? Well, I don't know. I would get specific. Where are they spending the money on? Couches, tapestries, cars by managers who are making or six-figure incomes and millions of dollars that goes somewhere that we don't know about. I do know this: programming, documentaries, local, anything. Other than check please and some token program, where does the money go? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you don't give a damn. And those of you that just routinely, blindly give out money to KQED and have your little wine and cheese parties. I'm generalizing a bit. I'm not, you know what I mean. Not all of you are into the wine and cheese, but you know what I mean. It is mystifying as to how all this can take place, and yet no media company investigates a large, potentially, I may add, very invigorating story about fiscal ambiguity run amok. That is KQED, and that needs to be scrutinized and observed and investigated. Do you have the balls to do that? Please contribute to my cause while you think aloud as to what the hell is going on at KQED TV and radio. But at least radio has some local semblance of programming. Television? Who the hell knows? Please donate to my cause. Thank you. And I will personally thank you